It's all about that WCW World Television Championship here at Uncensored. Eddie Guerrero just goes right to the outside onto the floor. Booker T in the ring. The bell has rung. Eddie Guerrero just needs to get himself in the ring. Last thing you want is for this match to not even get really started, and then get yourself counted out. The official trying to do his job to keep Booker T away so that Eddie Guerrero can get back in the ring. Booker T, a multi-time tag team champion on top of being the current WCW World Television Champion. Of course, being one half of Harlem Heat alongside his brother Stevie Ray. Eddie Guerrero coming into this match as the challenger. Very high intensity. But we also have that high intensity from Booker T. We're going to see a match of energy in this match. It should be very interesting who is going to bring their energy to that next level to outmatch the other. Eddie went into the ropes and went up into the air. And Booker, with a sidewalk slam, lays out Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, who came to the ring accompanied by Chavo Guerrero Jr., you gotta wonder what's Eddie Guerrero's plan. He's always got a trick up his sleeve as Booker sends Guerrero to the outside onto the floor. And it's Eddie who is on the outside onto the floor. The champion is in control as the challenger's on the floor. However, if I'm Booker, I don't know if I'd spend too much time celebrating. You see Chavo sitting down. Chavo and Eddie were exchanging some kind of words. Not quite sure what they were saying. Whether it was Eddie asking for help, whether it was some sort of strategy. You got to think it wasn't strategy, because you don't just shout out your strategy when your opponent's in the ring. Oh, and there's that back leg kick from Booker T as Guerrero goes down. Bang! What a power slam. And Booker T was looking to call it early, it seems. And Eddie Guerrero says, enough, I'm out of here. He said, forget this, I'm gone. However, it doesn't matter if you say you're gone, as Booker T is on the chase. And he scoop slams Guerrero on the floor. And Guerrero, while he may have his nephew at ringside, more so just a spectator as of this point. Eddie Guerrero able to make it to that bottom rope to force the rope break, looking for the military press slam. He looking at, and there it is, high above, and slamming Guerrero hard into the mat. And looks to follow it up as he climbing his way up to the top rope, only to be met with a drop kick that takes Booker T off his balance. And now it's Guerrero who's right on the attack of Booker T, as Guerrero looks to change the pace of this match and change the momentum in his favor with a massive superplex that lays out Booker T, stunning the champion. An absolute brutal superplex from Eddie Guerrero that took the wind out of Booker T. You saw him reach for that lower back. That'll certainly do it. Nick Patrick, the referee for this match, as he calls both of these men back up to their feet. Bang! What a super kick. A kick that catches the jaw flush. Eddie, however, able to kick out of two. Booker looking for the head scissor. But instead, where the balance was off, Eddie swept the leg with a low drop kick that caught Booker T off his balance. And now going after that leg is Guerrero. He smells the blood in the water. And like a shark, he's going after his prey. Now the injured leg becomes the target. Make your target, attack your target, and beat your target. That's exactly what Eddie Guerrero is doing to this left leg of Booker T to take it out of commission. Guerrero mocking Booker T. In the long run, how wise is it to mock the champion? There's something special about being a champion in any sport. When you hold a championship, there comes a special power of being willing and able to go far, to do whatever it takes to hold on to your championship. But there's also the burden of everybody coming after you at the same time. Will Eddie release that burden from Booker T tonight here at Uncensored, as Guerrero looks to play cheap, adding a lot of pressure to the back of the leg, using the middle ropes for leverage. The ref did not see it at all. The dirty tricks of Guerrero could be the difference maker in this match, as the pressure applies to the knee. And once again, referee Nick Patrick didn't see it. Booker T writhing in pain, trying to figure out some way to break out of this. Is Booker T going to be able to connect with the Harlem Hangover? That's the big question at this point with the damage done to the leg. And I think that time, Nick Patrick may have caught the back end of the feet on the ropes of Guerrero. I think he's caught onto the trick. You had to know eventually. You get a little bit overzealous about your sneaky strategy and your sneaky techniques, and it gets caught onto. Nick Patrick arguing with Guerrero, telling him you better keep your feet off those ropes. The damage has been done to the leg of Booker T at this point. Now it's a matter of, how do you stick with it if you're Booker T? How deep do you have to dig to find the energy to push through? Eddie up and over. The rolling up and over senton landing on Booker. And only enough for a 2 count as he attempted to put Booker T away, but it wasn't quite enough to put the champion down. Booker T on the outside, Eddie Guerrero up on the top, and a splash. High risk. Eddie Guerrero with a headbutt. Some sort of flying headbutt shoulder tackle. It was a nice recovery move from Eddie Guerrero, and he certainly got all of whatever it was. Eddie Guerrero is so pinpoint picture perfect. And a Saito suplex lays out Booker T as he goes for the lateral press cover. And Booker able to kick out at a near 3, with it being between, about 2 3/4. And Booker T slamming Guerrero into the mat. And a good old spinneroonie. The leg bothering him, but it still connects with a scissor kick to the back of the head. Can Booker T follow it up? Bang! Powering Eddie Guerrero right into the mat. And as he leaps up to the top, he looks to put Guerrero away. And Guerrero able to get out of the way as he ducked up and over. Guerrero hit the corner. Oh, that's not going to be any good for the leg of Booker. Gets all caught up on the ropes. Now is it Guerrero who looks to capitalize on the opportunity, turn a situation into an opportunity. Booker T is starting to fight off Guerrero, but Guerrero lands on his feet. However, it doesn't matter as Booker T comes in hot with a missile drop kick. And he puts away Eddie Guerrero. Booker T retains. Booker T and Eddie Guerrero putting on an absolute classic of a match for the WCW World Television Championship. No doubt about it. How intelligent Eddie Guerrero is inside the ring. The thing about it is, Booker T was just that much better on this day. And the champion is the champion for a reason as he walks out of Uncensored as still the WCW World Television Champion. Chavo Jr., though, and Eddie Guerrero. I guess Eddie Guerrero was looking for some help from Chavo. Eddie Guerrero taking his frustrations out on Chavo. Seems to be a little bit of a family issue now. Oh! And Eddie attacking Chavo from behind. This is his own family. And back and forth between the guardrails, Chavo goes and just brutalizing Chavo. And the Eddie sucks chants come in as Eddie takes out his own nephew.